Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm James, your host this evening. Now, guys, we have a bunch of great deals still going on for you. If you're still looking for that perfect Christmas gift for your loved one or for yourself, we might have just that product for you. Now, you're going to notice that rotating band there down there. It's going to show you guys the 1000 V2 with 200 watt solar panel. It's going to show you guys the 1000 V2 by itself. The 1000 V2 is going to be like $399. The 1000 V2 with, of course, the solar panel is going to be $599. Now, the 1000 V2 is like a number one seller. It is a prime product that it's just an amazing product. Now, we do have a little bit of something for everybody. Honestly, there's little stations to bigger stations. They got solar panels for the people that need solar panels. They got a little bit of something for everybody. Rather you're just needing a quick emergency situation that you just need to get a phone charged or a flashlight, or to the person that wants to run their food truck, their camper, their RV, their motorhomes, their off-the-grid living. There's a little bit of something for everybody. Now, with that, we're going to start off with the 1000 V2. The 1000 V2 is $399 tonight, which is a phenomenal deal to be had. Now, when I pop over to this, you guys are going to notice that I have the 1000 V2 set up right here, and it's actually in action, and it's running some little lights. You guys can see the Christmas tree as well if you want to. Now, with the 1000 V2, which I just completely went sideways with the camera, we're just going to ignore that. It's 1,070 watt hours of power. What's up, Phil? New stream, who this? Yeah, I don't know who this is. Just some weird just some weird guy, all right? Just some weird guy. 1,070 watt hours of power in, of course, a 24-pound package. 24 pounds isn't that heavy. It's actually quite accessible, quite easily carryable. You guys can move it from room to room. Maybe you guys want to move it from your house out to the car. Maybe you guys want a cross-country trip. Maybe you want to put it in your motorhome, your toy haulers, or whatever. It would be easily accessible and easily movable with that type of weight. 1,070 watt hours of power is actually quite a amount of power for the station of this size. You're going to have multiple ways of charging the device. Of course, you guys can do solar charging. It will be multiple hours of with the, like a single 200 watt panel. If you guys had several 200 watt panels, you might get up to about a 2 hour to 3 hour charge time with that. If you want to do wall charging, standard 2 hours is going to be your wall charging time. So standard 2 hour quick charging. Because the 1000 V2 is made with the newer technology with the LiFePO 4 cells, it's got what's called Charge Shield 2.0. Inside the Charge Shield 2.0, you guys can actually connect up to the app, and by going into the app, you guys can set it up for a 1 hour charge rate. So you're in emergency situation charging, you're up and ready. And because it's a LiFePO 4 cell, it's a nice and beautiful cell technology that's going to work well to power all the devices you need. Now, you're going to get a standard flashlight on this, guys. It's going to do 3 modes with this device. SOS pattern, low light, highlight settings. Now, it's going to actually click the first one come on. It's going to be light, then it's going to be highlight, and then SOS pattern. Nice digital display, a little over 1.5 to 2 inches, guys, is that display size, but it is perfectly set. It's going to allow you to see the battery percentage, the actual input and output of the device, and everything you guys can need. On the opposite side of those two pieces is going to be the 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter adapter plug. That DC plug is going to allow you to connect up to maybe say like an air compressor, air mattress, or other devices of the sort. Now you're going to be, below that is going to be a 30-watt USB-C port, which I do not have used tonight. I'm actually plugged into the 100-watt port. Then you're going to have the 100-watt USB-C port below that and a 15-watt USB-A port below that as well. Now, an amazing amount of power between those ports alone, but you're also going to have the 3 AC outlets that are going to do 1,500 watts of pure sine wave power. Now, 1,500 watts of power is enough to run a window AC, or let's say your kitchen stove, your refrigerators, or other devices. If you need to go above the 1,500 watts, guys, you can do that and go up and above and do the 3,000 watts. Ground Fog, what's up? How are you doing? Welcome to the show. Now, of course, with it, you guys are going to have multiple run times depending on the device you connected up to this. Let's say like a 200-watt desktop PC will get you about 6 hours of runtime. You guys could do, of course, 1,150-watt window AC for about an hour or so. There's just going to be a wide range of different products that will allow you to do this on hand and where you're going to go here. Now, ranging from, let's say, multiple cell phone chargers to maybe 14 laptop chargers, 20 drone batteries, 29 hours with the Starlink Mini. You guys can do 12 hours with a heated blanket. If you really want to, you guys could do, let's say, 10 to 12 hours with that flat screen TV and all of that back there as well. So you guys are going to have with that on hand. Now, the ranging of the different products will be like an orbital sander, maybe a mini fridge. You guys could do, of course, use it as a UPS. With the UPS or uninterruptible power supply, it means you can have like a 20 milliseconds to switch over. It's actually very, very quick and most of the time unrecognizable. It's going to be like a light flicker in your house, which is great to know that it actually can handle that. Welcome to the show. Now, you can do more than that. Let's just go here, guys. You can do your Nintendo Switches. You guys can do your gaming consoles. You guys can do, of course, your light-up mirrors. If you want to connect up to like a rice cooker, go ahead and do so. Bluetooth speakers, little 5-watt light bulbs. 5-watt light bulbs should be able to get you a nice long runtime off of this. So don't worry about it. You'll have all the different usages with it. Now, $399 is the price tag for that product tonight, which is actually a decent price point for the product of the sort. For about $429 is typically what you're going to see it ranged at. So $399, guys, is going to be your price point today, which is not too bad. Now, if you want to get it with like a single 200-watt solar panel, $599 will be the price point for that. $599, you guys, you're halfway there to that 2.5-hour charge point. If you had a couple of these 200-watt solar panels, it's going to be a 2.5-hour charge time. Now, if you want to, though, you guys can actually step that up, and you guys can go with, let's say, 2 of the 100-watt solar panels for like $749. Or if you need to, you guys can go with the single 100-watt panel. I'm going to say the 200-watt panel is probably your best deal with that one. You're getting, of course, that solar panel. You're getting the magnificent 1000 V2, and you're getting it at a $599 price point. It's like a 54% savings for that product. So really great deal on that one. Will work out well for you. You're going to get all the same run times with the station than you did with, of course, that. You're just going to have the solar panel. So with the solar panel, if you're charging and using it at the same time, as long as you're inputting more power than you're taking out, you're going to keep running constantly. Now, we also have, I believe, the 300 up next. The Jackery Explorer 300 is about $179. Now, at $179, you're going to have one of the more portable stations that they offer. 7 pounds of weight, nice and lightweight, fixed handle, easy to carryable, and of course it is down on this table. We're just going to move over a little bit, and you're going to see right there on that stack. Now, the Jackery Explorer 300 is 293 watt-hours of power and a 7-pound station. Now, at 7 pounds, most people should be able to carry it pretty much anywhere. Whether you be hiking into your campsite or taking it from room to room in an emergency situation, or your kids camping out back, but you want to make sure that they can turn on like flashlights or play little video games. It'll work out great for all of those. Now, it's going to have, of course, multiple points of connection. You're going to have that 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter plug hidden behind the rubber cork. You're going to have the DC adapter plug as well for that. It's going to be the I think it's a 6.2 millimeter plug or whatever it is. But that's going to be like your 7909 plug. Lisa, welcome. Hello. How are you doing? The 7909 plug, it will do amazingly well for those of you guys that need something of the styling. So you guys will be able to charge it on a wall plug, or a lighter adapter, or vice versa of the different pieces with this. So you guys can actually come in there and do all of that on hand and then run it with this. Now, the 2 USB-A ports are going to do well, but the USB-C port is a bidirectional. So you do have a 60-watt USB-C port in the middle of that. That's bidirectional. A bidirectional means I can charge this device with it, or I can charge the other devices out of it with that on hand. Standard 3.5-hour charge time on a wall plug is where you're going to be with this. So standard 3.5-hour charge time, and you guys are going to be very, very happy with that charge time. Now, another good, cool piece with this is you guys don't have to just solar charge. You guys can also use the USB-C cable together with, of course, the wall charger. And by doing that, vice versa, you guys will have a 2-hour charge time. Now, you guys could also do solar charging. Solar charging is going to be about a 4.5-hour to 7.5-hour charge period, depending on the panel you have hooked up. But remember, it only allows for 100 watts of input on this device. Should be able to allow you to charge about 15 to 16 DSLR batteries, maybe 6 drone batteries. You guys could do about 40 hours with the Nintendo Switch. With the 300, I was getting over 36 hours with the Nintendo Switch and a portable monitor, which was kind of great. We did a whole stream about a year or so back where I was playing the Nintendo Switch through the whole stream running off of the system, which was actually quite amazing with this. Now, other devices would be, let's say, like 12 cell phone charges, maybe 4.5 hours with your flat screen TV, and all of those other variations on this. Now, 293 watt hours of power is approximately, it's a good amount of power to run most of your smaller devices. It really is a great one, Lisa. I definitely agree with that. It's a phenomenal little product. I've done so much. I actually did a CPAP test with this. I was getting about 5 hours with the CPAP machine. Of course, that's with the heated hose. You may get longer if you shut the heated hose off or if you have a more simplistic like CPAP machine. But you have variations with that. $179 is the price point with this very small station by itself. Now, you guys can get it, of course, with the 100-watt solar panel for like $329. It's going to be about a 34% savings. With the 100-watt solar panel, you're going to have a 4.5-hour charge time, which is not bad. It's actually quite accessible for 4.5 hours to have this fully charged in, let's say, campsite settings, power outage settings, brownouts, blackouts, or maybe a snowstorm like we've had. We've been having a lot of power drops. I mean, our internet's been going wonky too. But it would be a nice little addition to, let's say, have a little light connected up or charge your phone in timely needs, or vice versa with this. 7.1 pounds, very lightweight, very accessible, and easily movable for that. Now, I believe we're going to be moving to the 2000 V2. Now, the 2000 V2 is actually 40% off today. It is going to be at a nice little price point, but it is definitely a bigger station for you. So let's go to this stack back here. I'm going to actually attempt to turn on some more lighting. Let's see if we can get you guys. That's not going to really work. We'll bring it in. So this is $900 today. It's a 40% savings, but it's 2,042 watt hours of power. This one packs a little bit more oomph. The 1000 V2 it packs a lot more oomph than the 300, but it is still actually kind of portable to a point. Now, I say that with that because it is 39 pounds, so it does weigh a little bit with that. It does have a handle. I move it from room to room all the time when I'm done with these streams. And you guys can do that as well, so you shouldn't have to worry with it. You're going to have that flashlight just like the 1000 V2 on the front. The flashlight's going to do low light mode, highlight mode, SOS pattern. You're going to have the 3 AC outlets, whereas the 1000 was 1500 watts through the AC outlets. This is 2200 watts. So you guys are going to have a bit more accessibility of what you can run through this. Yeah, we're just doing a Jackery stream. I'm actually streaming on Jackery right now. So, yeah, I love the Jackery. I do know people that have other products as well. But, yeah, I'm having fun with the Jackery products. They definitely do what I need them to do. And that's kind of cool with this. Now, like I said, you're going to have the AC outlets, 2200 watts pure sine wave power. Can peak at 4400 with this one. You're still going to have the 2 USB-C ports, a 30-watt port, 100-watt port. You're going to have the 18-watt USB-A port, 12-volt 10 amps DC plug. 12-volt 10 amp plug, it's going to be great for like your single-piston air compressors, like your airbrushes, maybe your air mattresses, or fuzz dusters, if you guys have a little radar detector, you guys have other things plugged in it. There's other options with that. With this device, 2,042 watt hours of power, you still have a 2-hour standard quick charge. So 2 hours on a wall plug in your house, you're fully charged, you're ready to go for your next usage. If you need to, though, you guys can actually drop it down in an emergency situation with the emergency switch over in the app. Have it fully charged in approximately an hour, so you guys can actually not have to worry about this with that one. Hey, I appreciate that, man. I really do, Legendary. I really appreciate the follow and the sub. Now, with it, you guys can also do, let's say, a 2.5 hour charge time with 6 of the 200-watt solar panels. If you had a single 200-watt solar panel, it's going to be about a 5-hour charge time. If you did solar and wall charging, it's going to be approximately a 50-minute charge with the variations on this. Now, with 2,042 watt-hours of power, that's going to allow you to run, like, say, a 200-watt desktop PC for over 12 hours. 64 hours with 5-watt light bulb, of course. Maybe 26 hours with a 100-watt to 200-watt refrigerator. Approximately, I'm going to say here, 60 to 70 cell phones, depending on your phone or your phone style. The iOS users know what I'm talking about. Your battery's smaller than your Androids, unfortunately. Now, this one's actually created with their new technology called cell to body. So it's looks like a beehive. The batteries are compressed and they're made into the housing, which shrunk the size of this. And I can actually show you guys what I mean by that. So if I go back here and you look at the opposite side of the table down at the bottom, that big station is 2,042 watt-hours of power, just like the one we're looking at right now in the middle on that triple stack. Now, that means we shrunk in size, but it also takes less time to put together. It's going to have a quicker turnaround time. It also made it smaller and lighter because you have less housing, you have less mechanicals in it, but you still have all of the protections and then some built in. So you still have that Charge Shield 2.0. 200-watt desktop PC is going to give you guys over 12 hours of runtime on this device, which is great. It's phenomenal. You guys could get your game on. You guys could stream or whatever you really needed to. Let's say you want to do 2.5 hours with your shop vac, maybe 8 hours with a hand drill. You guys could do air compressors or water pumps. You guys can connect up to a coffee maker, electric grills. Because it has over 2,042 watt-hours of power, over 2,200 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 4,400. 1,150 watt window AC is going to give you guys a couple hours. Your 800 watt refrigerator or stove should give you guys 3.5 to 4 hours of runtime. If you really needed to, depending on the temperature you set it at. Your refrigerator is going to give you the longer runtime. Your flashlights, LEDs. It's a great, great product. And now, $899. It is, of course, a beautiful price point. I mean, 40% off. That's a great, great price. The weight, though, like I said, 39 pounds with this, so it does weigh just a little bit of weight on hand. Now, by itself, it's a perfect little product. But you guys can get it with 2 of the 200-watt solar panels for $1,300. At $1,300, it is another great price point and a phenomenal piece. But we're going to talk about its big brother. We're going to talk about the 3000, one of the newest products that they created. Now, the 3000 that we're about to show you guys, it's going to cost you a little bit for it by itself. So I'm literally just going to jump to the package deal. Let's go here. You guys can look at the package deal instead of the device itself. It's going to be $1,700 for the package deal. Now, you're going to get that beautiful power station right there. This is the 3000. But you're going to get the 3000 with 2 of those 200-watt solar panels for $1,700. Now, because it's over $1,000, you guys can actually use that 5% discount code that we have set up for you and get an extra 5% off the top of that. I mean, it's already 43% savings, but another 5% off. It's going to take you approximately 2.25 hours to fully charge this on a wall plug. It will take you about 1,100 hours with 400 watts of solar panels. If you had 1,100 watts of solar panels, you guys would have a lot quicker charge time. Just go in there, right? If you want to use solar panels and the wall plug under 2 hours, fully charged, up and ready, you're going to have 3,072 watt-hours of power. Where this one kind of varies, it does weigh approximately 55 to 59 pounds. So it has a little bit of weight to it. I'm still moving around for these shows, back and forth and everything in between. Now you're going to have two USB-C ports. These are going to be 100-watt ports. So you're going to have those on the front. That's not sure why the camera just went sideways. You're going to have two 18-watt USB-A ports as well. You're going to have that 12-volt 10-amp DC plug. You're going to have four of the standard 3-prong American outlets, or the AC outlets. Those AC outlets are going to do 3,600 watts of pure sine wave power. Can surge to 7,200. So you guys just jumped up into a lot more range with those plugs. Now you still have that fifth AC outlet up there. That fifth outlet is going to be a TT30R or TTR30, whatever you guys want to call it. It's a NEMA style plug. That NEMA plug will allow you to connect up to a manual transfer station. It'll allow you to connect up to a motorhome or an RV. By being able to connect up to those, you guys can actually control the circuits inside your RV or motorhome. And it, of course, has the amount of power that you need. Now, with 3,072 watt hours of power, you guys should be able to run a 5-watt light bulb for about 9 to 10 days. You guys should be able to run your refrigerator for at least 1 to 2 days, depending on the wattage of your refrigerator. 60 plus hours with the house fan. 66 hours with the Wi-Fi router. You guys could do a lot more. Because it's over 3,000 kilowatts, you are now eligible for the Residential Clean Energy Tax Credit Program, which, of course, tax season's coming really, really soon. Just going to say that right now because I'm scared of taxes. No, I'm not really scared. Now, you guys can do, let's say, 6 hours with a pressure cooker, maybe 3 hours with your oven, 2 hours with the coffee machine. You want to do 30 plus hours with your flat screen, go ahead and do so. You guys can do maybe 30 hours with your movie projector, 36 laptop charges. I'm going to say 100, maybe 100 or so cell phone charges, 60 tablets. You guys could do, of course, your 30 drone batteries, 300 GoPro batteries. The ranging will change with this. Because it's such a nice and beautiful larger station, it is amazingly well done. The charge time is perfect. You guys compare it, of course, with the second one. Now, inside the app, it's going to allow you to, of course, see your consumption and generation of charge power or, of course, wall charging. You still get that 5-year warranty with this. Over 10 years lifespan on the batteries at 100% battery capacity. And 20 milliseconds to switch over for those of you that are using it as a device. So you guys have the variation. You guys want it, the station by itself, $2,500. If you want to get it with the two 100-watt solar or the two 200-watt solar panels, that's going to be your price point today. That price point is a phenomenal price point of $1,700, 43% savings. You guys see where I'm going with this. I'd go with the kit personally, but hey, it's up to you what you guys want to do. So that is the 3000. So phenomenal product, great piece, does really well when you need it. I've been having fun with this one. It's just, and I'll be 100% honest with you guys. Ain't got a wheel, so moving it around is a little bit. That's why Jackery created a dolly system for it, so you guys can get a dolly system as well. Now, next in, of course, the lineup is going to be the brother to that, the 3600 Plus. Now, the 3600 Plus, if we move over here, is going to be on the ground. You guys are going to see these two beautiful and massive stations. You have the 5000 over here. You have, of course, the 3600 Plus. The 3600 Plus, if we can get the camera, why is my camera not wanting to go the right? So my camera's backwards, guys. Just bear with me. Somehow the gimbal is backwards. 3600 Plus is 77 pounds of weight, has 2 orange handles, and of course a telescopic handle in the back. It's got 2 large 3-inch wheels to roll it around and can be rolled very, very easily for you. Now with it, you're going to have multiple connections and a large display. That is a large 3-inch display that's going to do very well for you. Again, you're going to see the TT30R NEMA style plug for manual transfer station, or if you guys want to do, of course, the RVs or motorhomes, you guys will have that connectability. You're going to have 4 more AC outlets at the bottom of your standard style plugs. And we're going to zoom in a little bit closer. These connections are, of course, again, 3,600 watts of pure sine wave connectability. Can peak at 7,200 if you need to. 2 USB-C ports, 2 USB-A ports. 18-watt USB-A ports, 100-watt USB-C ports. Your charge time, again, will vary depending on how you want to charge it. 2.5 hours on a wall plug in your house is standard quick charge mode. If you had 1,100 watts of solar panels, you guys can actually charge this at approximately 4 hours of charge time, which is great. If you want to use, let's say, solar charging and wall charging together, 2 hours would be your charge time on this. Now, where this varies is this has actually got a 10 milliseconds of switchover. I do have the 240D sitting here. Would you like to see the 240D, Sarah? But yeah, we do have the 240D sitting here on the table. We'll actually be showing it pretty soon. Now, this is cool because this one's created with over 6,000 life cycles for the next 10 years and 100% battery. It's got Therm-Duro technology, which you guys can use it in colder or warmer temperatures than some of the others as well. Still has full app control. On the opposite side, though, is a DC battery expansion port, wall port charging, and of course the solar panel charging and extension port for, of course, connecting to another station. So you do have all of those connections on the side. Not really going to show that right now with this one because, yes, you guys can actually add batteries. The station right now is coming in at $1,700. So you guys are going to have a bigger option of $1,700 than, let's say, the other one we showed you with 2 solar panels, but it is still a great option. Now, run times, you guys could say, let's run a refrigerator again, 2 to 3 days. 5-watt light bulb over 120 hours. You guys could actually do your house washer for 5 times off of this device. Now, we could do even more than that. Let's say your 330-watt rice cooker, about 7.5 hours. Your kitchen stove, 4 hours. You could do, I'm going to say 36 to 40 hours with the flat screen TV. You guys could do about 36 hours with a 100-watt movie projector if you wanted to. 3 hours with the portable AC, your window AC. 43 laptop charges, over 150 cell phone charges. You guys could do 88 hours with a Wi-Fi router or modem. Hand drills, water pumps, leaf blowers, lawn mowers. You guys call it, you can do it with this device. It is a great piece. Again, cell-to-body technology. Zero drain, fully charged. Yeah, I will show it once I'm done doing this one real quick. So give me 1 sec. We'll switch over to that, and I'll show it to you once I'm done with this. Now, zero drain means you guys can fully charge it, and you guys will be good to go for a lot longer of a time with that. That means you guys can actually come back to it in a year. It'll be fully charged and ready to go without a problem. Now, by itself, $1,700. You guys can get it as a package deal, though. If you want to get it with 2 200-watt solar panels, $1,994 will be that price point. Or you guys can get it with, of course, the extra battery and 2 solar panels. Price point on that full kit is going to be $6,000, though. You're getting an expandable battery, you're getting the solar panels and the station. Just do your due diligence if that's what you really want. Now, we have somebody asking about the 240D, so I'm going to grab the 240D. This is a cool one. This is actually a really cool one. Nice 4-pound station. Literally 4.5 pounds, guys. So this is nice, lightweight, portable. It's got a nice carrying handle. That carrying handle is very, very strong, very durable. It's a braided cable. But this braided cable, if you guys want to, pop it off, and you have the USB-C cable. So it has a 140-watt USB-C cable built into it as a handle on hand. 256 watt-hours of power with this, guys. You're going to have multiple ports of USB-C connections. So first and foremost is going to be the 140-watt USB-C bidirectional port. You're going to have the DC plug next to it. You're going to have a 100-watt USB-C port above it and a 15-watt USB-C port next to it, and then a 15-watt USB-A port as well. Digital display, just like all of them. So if I turn it on, I'm coming over here and you guys will see about 70% charged. with that on hand. You guys will see the input and output of this device. Now, I'm going to jump to it real quick. This is actually $159 today. At $159, it is a great price point for you guys, and it will do well. Now, 256 watt hours of power is going to take you approximately 2.25 to 2.5 hours to fully charge it through the 140 watt USB-C port. If you use the DC plug on, let's say, your cigarette lighter in your car, it's going to be about a 4-hour charge time in your car. If you used a mini 40 to 100 watt solar panel, like mini 40 solar panel, it's going to give you guys about 5 hours to 6 hour charge time. 100 watt solar panel is about a 2.5 to 3 hour charge time. Should have enough power in it to charge your phone at least 15 times, maybe 16 Bluetooth speaker charges, or variations of the size. This is perfect, nice, and portable. Again, it has the Therm Duro technology. It's got what's called NTC, so smart NTC temperature control built into this. That's actually something new with these ones. 10 camera battery charges, maybe 6 drone batteries. You guys could do a Starlink Mini for like 9 hours. Your little 5-watt light bulbs up to 100 hours if you needed to. You know, you're like your home and office. If you want to run your Starlink Mini, go ahead and do so. You guys get 9 hours of runtime with that. About 6 iPad charges, maybe 3 laptop charges. Now, the laptops are going to be 80-watt laptops. Just do your due diligence. It's not your gaming laptop. But nice, lightweight, portable. 4.5 pounds. You guys can take this anywhere. It's not super big, but easily accessible. Can be fully shut off, so if you guys want to shut it off, just hold down the button, 3 seconds. It's powered down. You don't have to worry about it. Now, another cool part is Jackery created a carrying bag for this, so there is a carrying bag option. There's also a shoulder strap option, so you guys can take the USB-C plug off, and you guys can put a shoulder strap to carry it around that way. So there are variations of this device. The only thing you do not get when you purchase this is the wall plug, guys. So you will need a 140 watt power brick to charge it at 140 watts. Most power bricks, standard power bricks, are going to be about 25 to maybe 65 watts. So make sure that you guys get the power brick. Jackery actually made, I think it's like a 140 watt power brick or something like that. So you can get power bricks out there from Jackery, or you guys can, of course, grab other ones with us. Yeah, no problem. This thing's amazing. I actually like the 240D. I was a big lover of the 100 Plus before they did away with it. So if you guys have the 100 Plus, you know what I'm talking about. I love that little mini portable power station. It was accessible, TSA approved. It weighed like 2 pounds. Had, of course, enough power to do everything I needed and then some. They did away with it and created this thing. This thing is a beast in its own right. Of course, it's got like a carbon fiber pattern on the top. This has actually become another favorite of mine because I like the smaller ones because I do a lot of content creation, making videos. To run my camera and to run the lighting, these make it easy. I can just grab this instead of extension cords. So that's the 240D. And not a bad price point for it, $159. All right, we're going to talk about their largest station, the 5000. Now, the Jackery Explorer 5000 is that big power station right there. Now, Jackery Explorer 5000 is a station that if you have not messed with it, you probably should check it out. Now, to do this one, I'm actually going to come over here. I'm going to grab this. We're going to wheel this out of my way. You guys can see how easy it is to wheel these. We're going to move it. 3,000 out of the way. 5,000 coming in. So this is the Jackery Explorer 5000. Now, the 5000 Plus is a 130-pound weight, so it does weigh quite a bit. Still has the handle back here, so if you guys need to do it, roll it like I just did with the other one, grab the handle. Has handles on the sides if you guys need to lift it, team lift it on hand. Has large wheels on the side as well. Now, 5,000 watt-hours of power. 5,000 watt-hours of power. It's a lot of power in this device. With that being said, multiple ways of charging this device. So you have a lot of different ways to do the 5,000. Wall plug, solar charging, You guys can, of course, do transfer station style. You guys can do wall charging and, of course, solar at the same time. We'll get into all of that. With this, though, you're going to have more portable connections than the other devices that we've shown. First, you guys get that standard 12-volt 10-amp plug on the front. You're going to get two USB-C ports on the opposite side at 100 watts of charging. Two USB-A ports at 18 watts max charging capability. 3 AC outlets at the bottom. These AC outlets are going to do, of course, 7,200 watts of sine wave. So 7,200 watts of sine wave is where you're at with this. That's a crazy, crazy amount of power. Now this station is 30% off tonight, so it's $2,999. But that's not all where we're at. You have a large 3-inch display, full app control. You guys, of course, can see generation consumption of solar, generation consumption of your connecting from electric grid. 5-year warranty, fire resistant, shock proof shelling. Over 10-year lifespan with the battery at 100% capacity. After that, you guys will have 70% battery capacity for the rest of its life. LifePo 4 cells, multiple forms of protection with the Charge Shield 2.0. Now, not only does it have those ports, but it's got, of course, the ports on the opposite side. Now, these ports are going to be, of course, when we zoom on in here, you guys are going to see them. You're going to have this top port right here. This is your smart transfer station port, or AC adapter plug. By this, you guys can connect up to what's called the smart transfer station. This is going to be an electronic box or circuit breaker box that's going to be wired by your electrician to the actual circuit breaker box in your house or your power junction box. When that is powered up, you guys can actually run 12 individual circuits or 12 individual rooms, or however you guys want to do with this. Now, this port is going to actually allow you to charge through your electricity company at 4,000 watts of charging. Now, at 4,000 watts of charging, that's under 2 hours to have 5,000 kilowatts of power fully charged and up and running. Below that is going to be a 14-30 and a 14-50 NEMA style plug. The 14-30 and the 14-50 NEMA plug on this one is 120 and 240 volt charging capable. So it is dual voltage system. So for those of you that want to plug in your central AC, your hot tub, or of course your house dryer to dry your clothes, you guys can do the 240 volt charging. For the MIG welders, or of course the higher power metal working machines or wood tools, you guys can plug into those as well. This will also still allow you to do the adapter to the TTR30 to run your motorhomes or your actual toy haulers. Now, besides those ports of connectability, if we actually flip it and roll it around to the side, you guys can see how easy it rolls. We're going to have more connections, and of course, this is where I'm going to have to turn my back slightly to you to kind of show you a few things. At the bottom is going to be your DC expansion port. That's for adding batteries. This is going to be your wall charging capable plug. The wall plug will allow you to charge at 1,800 watts of power. Now, at charging at 1,800 watts of power, you guys can actually charge this at a little over 3.5 hours. So, not a bad charge time at 1,800 watts. By popping this panel, you guys are going to have more ports of connectability. First is going to be your low power solar array, your 80-20 adapter plugs. This will allow you to charge at 1,200 watts. Now, at 1,200 watts, it's a 5-hour charge time for those of you that need to charge this. If you ain't got that type of time, I get it. Flip the switch. Connect up to your large power solar array. So, what is a large power solar array? That is for those of you that have your solar arrays on the roof of your house. Maybe you guys have a lean-to with big racks of solar panels out in the yard. Maybe you guys got the mobile solar panels that move to the sun. That's what I'm talking about. 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 watt solar arrays. You guys can connect up to that with this one. It'll allow for 4,000 watts of charging at under 2 hours. Now, most of your solar arrays will not always get that full charge, but you guys can do that. So they did create this one. Of course, got that nice little cover as well on hand. Now we're going to move it back here. We're going to keep talking. So with that, you guys had the 4 different ways of charging. but you have that fifth way. So if you guys want to do wall charging and solar array, and that's going to be like your low power solar array, you guys can do that as well, and you guys are going to have a quicker charge time on hand with that. Now with this one though, you guys can have the standard 20 milliseconds to switch over, so you guys can actually have a nice quick backup, or if you guys want to inside the app, switch it over to 0 milliseconds via the app, and you guys will have a 0 milliseconds switch over. That means there is no loss to any data of your electronics that you're connected up to. So let's say you guys mine Bitcoin at home. Your computer will not shut down. Now, the only problem with that is if you guys lose internet, then of course you guys probably aren't mining, but just going to go there. If you need to, though, inside the app has all the accessibilities, but you guys can even control the smart transfer station with the app as well. So it has its own app. Now, variations of what you guys can run off of this will just vary because let's go there. 2 days with the TV. Maybe 3 hours with your house dryer, 2 hours with the central AC, 4.5 to 5 hours with the window AC. You guys could do 10 hours with an inverter heater, up to 110 hours with the refrigerator, depending on the fridge you're using. Now, if you need to, though, by itself, 5,000 kilowatts should allow you to run your home for at least a day standard, right? But remember, I said it's expandable, so you guys can add 5 batteries. By adding 5 batteries, you now have 30 kilowatts of power. 30 kilowatts of power should be enough power to run your home for at least 6 to 7 standard days on most of your standard appliances. Now, I'm going to go here with this. That is calculated by your average blackout or brownout usage. So that is not meant to, let's say, I'm running my whole home all day, every day. That calculated time will be a little bit different for you guys. Of course, most of you will probably have the other stuff with this. Starlink Mini, yeah, you'll be able to run a Starlink Mini off of 5,000 for a long, long time. You should be able to run your standard Starlink off of this for an extremely long time as well. Now, where this one changes and varies is, you guys can link a second 5,000. 1 second, every. Well, I did not go down properly. So you guys can link a second 5,000 power station to this, and you guys can add 10 batteries total. So by doing that, you guys are going to have over 60 kilowatts of power. That's at least 14 to 15 days of most of your standard appliances or smaller appliances to get through a blackout. Like your fridges, and stuff like that. Where it's cool, though, is if you guys hook it up to your large solar arrays, you guys are now no longer, dependent on the electric company. You guys, I love that idea. What the did we just dropped frames? Hey guys, we just lost the show. I just lost the internet. Am I back? Can you guys see me? I just want to make sure you guys can see me. I don't know what just happened here. I'm confused. I'm confused. Can anybody see me? One sec, everybody. I'm checking something real quick. I think I lost the show. Okay. No, I can see me on one side. I can't see me on the other side. I'm not sure what happened. All right. So I'm going to keep going, though. So like I said, the 5,000 by itself, phenomenal product, $2,999. Yeah, it looked like I dropped somewhere. I'm not sure if it was an internet outage. We've been having quite a bit of outages, but we did drop. You guys can get the 5,000 with, of course, the 500X solar panel. That's going to be about $3,600 with that. So there is, of course, a different price point on that one. But yeah, you have the variations. So great options with these. Phenomenal product. Will do very, very well for you with that on hand. I just want to make sure my contact sees that we might have lost. I don't know. So we're going to go from that. We're going to go back to the table, guys. We're going to jump back here, and we're going to talk about some other products on hand. The 500, of course, is a great option for you guys if you're looking for a nice large station. We're having frame drops and issues. I'm not sure what's going on here. So up here, guys, you'll have the 500. This is going to be 518 watt hours of power in a 13-pound package. Nice, portable, lightweight, accessible. Has, of course, the AC outlet. It has 3 USB-A ports. It's got DC plugs, flashlight built into the side. It's going to be about a 5.5 hour charge time, unfortunately, guys, though. $359 is a decent price point. Enough power to run your mini cooler for like 9 hours, 7 hours with a flat screen TV, maybe 30 hours with the laptop, and all of the other variations. Tamara, thank you for the follow. Emily, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. So just a nice portable little station that will work well. Okay, yeah. Yeah, all right. So we lost some streaming capabilities. Not sure what happened, but hey. So we're going to go from that. We're going to talk about the 2000 plus system. So let's move over. Let's talk about that. All right, so the 2000 plus, guys, is going to be a nice large station to allow you to run most of your whole home with this. It is 2,042 watt hours of power. It's about $1,400 is the package that we're going to kind of show you. So at $1,400, you're going to get the station and 2 of the 200 watt solar panels. At a great price point with this one, it's going to do well for you guys. With it, 5 AC outlets. They're going to do 3,000 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 6,000 for you. You're going to have 2 USB-C ports, 100 watts max charging capable, 2 USB-A ports at 18 watts max charging capable, 12 volt 10 amp plug above it, but you're going to have other accessibilities. Now, you'll have a standard 2-hour charge time on a wall plug, which is decently accessible for this one. Now, you will actually have a 2-hour charge time with 6 of the 200 watt solar panels as well. So if you guys had 2 of the 200 or 6 of the 200 watt solar panels, 2 hours would be your charge time. With that amount of charge time and the amount of power that's in here, you guys could run quite a bit, ranging from like 150 hours with the CPAP machine, maybe 3.5 hours with your 520 watt double door refrigerators. So with that, you guys will also have, let's say, like, you know, a 200 watt desktop PC can be about 12 hour runtime. You guys can do 14 hours with the projector, 26 hours with the portable refrigerator, 4 hours with an angle grinder. If you guys want to use like a welder, like an arc welder or a MIG welder, you guys can do about over 40 minutes of runtime with that welder. Just off of this, 60 to 70 cell phone charges, 45 drone batteries. It's very, very capable, and with the actual solar panels that comes with it, it's a great little option, of course. Now, you guys can also get it as a package deal, and that's when you guys get it with the battery above it. You're going to get it as a 4,000 kit, so you're going to get the 2,000 plus, the 2,000 plus E battery. You're going to get 2 200 watt solar panels for like $2,400. By adding the battery, you just doubled your battery capacity, you just doubled your runtime and everything in between with this. So you have everything you need and then a little bit more with it. It's a great option, phenomenal product. I actually ran a whole stream off of it. We've done Christmas decorations. We ran our window ACs through 4-hour streams and everything else under the sun. Phenomenally beautiful product. So definitely worth it, coming and checking that one out. And the price point, again, 58% off for the solar panel piece by itself, 45% off with, of course, the battery and the station and the solar panels. So you do have a great deal of accessibility with this. Looks like... All right, well, I'm just going to keep rolling with this, guys. We are on solar panels and solar panel options. Uh, so we are going to show you guys solar panels and solar panel options real quick. These are actually great little pieces. They are phenomenal. So if you guys haven't seen them, definitely check these ones out as we go. So we're going to show you guys the 100 solar panel, the Solar Saga 100. It's a bifacial solar panel, beautiful panel. Will do really, really well for those stations that you guys need it for. Anywhere from the 100 plus all the way up to the 5,000 if you really wanted to. Now, this is that 100 watt solar panel. This is an amazing solar panel. This solar panel is beautifully well done. It's got, of course, that amazing little kickstand, bifacial charging. And that's where it's kind of with this. So you guys have that bifacial charging and capabilities on hand. Now, of course, pop it open. You're going to be greeted with this beautiful and large panel. So super large, very accessible, fully waterproof, water resistant. It's going to work for harsh and wet weather and all of those stations on hand. Now, this is, of course, that 100 watt panel. Fernando, not sure if you are watching the Dragon Blogger side. I do see what you're saying on your end, and it looks like they dropped it on your end. I'm not sure what's going on with that. So that's really, really weird. Yeah, no clue what that. Not sure. So with that, of course, you guys can also do like the mini 40 or the 200 watt solar panel. There's a larger option with that one. The 200 watts going to look identical to the 100. It's another great option. So we're going to show you guys a little video of the 200 in action. So I'm going to grab this. Let's grab that panel and kind of show you guys the 200. So this is the 200 watt panel, guys. This is going to do 200 watts of charging. Still bifacial charging. Comes with the 10-foot cable. Capably connected up to the 1000 V2 all the way up to the 5000. It's over 90 inches long. So, guys, you're going to have about a 92 to 94 inch long piece with this. You have the 100 watt Jackery. Yes, I have the 100 plus. The 100 plus is a really cool power station that they are no longer gonna be selling or making. But yeah, I do have it. It's an amazing piece. It was my favorite technical piece. I'm gonna be honest with you. Now with this panel, guys, very beautifully well done, fully waterproof, water resistant. Leave it out in the snow, leave it out in the rain. It's not gonna hurt it. So you guys have the capability with this panel, and you guys are gonna watch kickstands on it. It's going to, of course, reach out there. When we start folding it out, you're going to see how large it really is. So much so that I could not get it out there. Nope. It's because they created the 240D. So as they create new technology, they do away with some of the other power stations, kind of like the originals and stuff. So they just come out with newer technologies. The 240D definitely went above and beyond what the 100 plus was. Still very small, very lightweight, very portable. So it's a really, really cool little product. So like that, you guys can get like the 200 if you needed to. This is a great one. So this is going to work well for all of your smaller stations. This is the Mini 40. This is going to be like a $79 piece. Do I have the Explorer 160? You know, I do not have the 160. I don't have the Explorer 160. Now with this, of course, is the Mini 40 solar panel. Yeah, so Justin, we're still up on this side, but for some reason, if you look at the our chat, you're gonna notice that there was an issue on the other side. Not sure what's going on. So right here, Mini 40 solar panel, guys. Nice, lightweight, portable, 2.5 pound solar panel. Very, very accessible to be taken everywhere. This thing is backpack accessible. It's lightweight. 12 inches tall, 10 inches wide, half inch thick at its thickest point. Thor, what's up, buddy? With it being waterproof and so small, you guys can take it everywhere. This is perfect. Very, very perfect for, like, let's say the 100 plus all the way up to the 300s. This is going to do anywhere from, let's say, 2 hour charge time up to about a 4.5 hour to 7.5 hour charge time, depending on the system you get. So that's going to be the Mini 40 with this. Now we have one more piece, but yeah, one more solar panel, guys, to show you guys. This is going to be the 100 Prime. Now the 100 Prime is going to be kind of cool with this. This is a great little option right here. So this is a fully glass panel. So this is tempered glass, fully glassed all the way around. It is a metal framed device, so it is fully metal framed. On the back side, you guys are going to see the bifacial charging in the permanently connected 10-foot cable. So it has a 10-foot connected cable back here with this. Hey, right on, buddy. Anderson clip terminated end, and you guys can get the adapter for the 7909 or 8020 with this. Do you have the Explorer 1500 and the 1000 Pro? Sorry. Yep, sure do. Somewhere I do. I do have. I have 99, well, about 90% maybe of all their stations. So I do have quite a bit of them. 12 individually pre-drilled holes, guys, with this. This is going to allow you to mount it with the Z brackets that comes with it, the 8 self-tapping screws. But this is, again, fully waterproof, water resistant, and meant for like permanently setting up larger solar arrays. So, no, I wasn't, Justin. We have no clue what happened. So, really great piece. Very, very amazing options. Hey, I appreciate that, Thor. I appreciate that, buddy. So, yeah, I mean, great little lineup. If you guys need a station, these sales are going to be here. For those of you that are watching the show, there's that 5% extra discount if you guys spend over $1,000 on Amazon through these purchases. So, great little show. Bunch of great pieces. Now, with that being said, I will be back here next Monday night, same time, with another Jackery show. So we guys will be doing another Jackery show next Monday night. Hopefully, whatever kinks that we had will be ironed out and fixed by that next show. Sarah, I appreciate you popping in. If you didn't, hit that follow button. You'll see when we go live over here, and we do go live quite a bit, or at least I kind of do. We go live on Amazon a lot as well. For those of you that are already on Amazon, you know that because we're over here quite a bit. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. We will see you guys on the next show. Thor, I appreciate you popping in. And everybody else, I really, really do. Legend, thank you as well. And Sarah, I hope you have a great rest of your evening. Guys, we'll see you on the next show. Have a good one, everybody.